Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Stationeers Moon Let's Play. The hygiene, also known as shelter in space, major update has dropped, and I thought you guys all requested that I start a new, getting started guide. So I started this. This is not a getting started guide, but it's a Let's Play that will show you also how to get started, because I've been doing a little bit of research, what's the best way to get started, and I will be showing that in the Moon Let's Play. So, first things first, you want to be grabbing and building your shelter. From the moment you land, the time is ticking. So what you want to be doing, you want to be picking up iron frames, you want to be picking up iron walls, you want to be picking up iron sheets, plastic sheets, all that kind of information. So easiest way is hold Alt and then just drag and drop items into your inventory. For example, I'm taking iron frames, and I was actually fiddling a little bit until I remembered that you should be holding Alt. So once I figured it out, okay, then we're not going to be taking the solid generator. We're going to be taking the power controller. You have to be really picky what you're picking up because your spaces are limited. Iron frames, you want to take the solar panel, you want to take the iron sheets, plastic sheets, glass sheets, all sheets basically, and also you want auto lathe and the furnace. You don't need per se the duct tape yet. Then you want to be finding a good place to set the frame for the base. And guys, it's basically a place that goes from the hill downwards, but it doesn't have a big hole, or it doesn't have a metric crap ton of resources, like for example this place. So I'm thinking I'm gonna build next to my lander, which is always good. There is no rush in terms of building, but the lander will eventually disappear. This is not Mars or Europa where you can get storms, so Moon doesn't have an atmosphere, so it doesn't have storms. But then again, you want to be constructing the place that's basically 3 size 3 on the indoors section. And what I've now constructed is the gate. So what I'm now doing, as you can see, now I'm going to construct this 3x3 indoor section. And those will need to be vacuum tight. As I said, the time is running out because you will be running out of, water, oxygen, and you cannot open up your helmet in vacuum because that's gonna be very bad for your health. Now, I've built a little bit into the hill. Per se, it's not a problem, but that means you have to mine out so you would be able to construct things. So I'm gonna take my mining point, I'm gonna turn it on, and I'm just gonna be leveling this area so that I can be, vacuum tighting everything. Vacuum tighting? I think it's a new word. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, now while I'm at it, I might as well go grab some initial resources, and the good resources to grab are copper. Copper is really important. You will be needing it for your electronics, but also you will be needing it for cables, and early on you want to be building the hydraulic pipe bender for the reasons I will be explaining later in the playthrough, but that's one of your top priorities, and for that you need copper and gold and iron, and a little bit of silicone doesn't hurt. So my advice is, if you grab a stack of copper, or you grab up to 10 pieces of gold, that should be more than enough. It would be a good place to start. As you can see, I'm also making sure that I'm mining around and I leave my ores exposed, because those will remind me, aha, so here is the gold node. So after you have mined it, if you leave the last resource exposed, so you have a good idea. Now I'm looking for iron. Iron is typically this reddish hue. That's iron. And iron you want to have at least 1 stack. And 1 stack, I mean 50 ore at least. If it's more, that's all the better, but 50 ore should be the bare minimum that you take, and iron is actually quickly processed and a good starter resource to have, and you'll be using it a lot, so you want to make sure that you have it. Okay, now we have 22, and I think I'm exposing more, so yeah, there we go. We're gonna be picking up as much as we can. The time is ticking, so you don't want to be wasting your time basically doing too much or harvesting too much. Now we're at 33. I don't see any more ores. Okay, that means I'm out of here. I'm gonna be looking also if I can find a little bit of silicone. I don't need ice, I don't need oxides yet, but some silicone and some more iron would be helpful. Copper, feel I have enough, so I'm just looking anything that could resemble iron. And I think I saw a little bit of silicone over there, and there should be iron nearby. Silicone I'm gonna take 10 to 20, and that's mainly needed for constructing the light, because nowadays, I mean, you have to be able to live in the indoors with an atmosphere, and that means it will get heated up, because through the windows, if the sun is shining, if you have too many windows, it will get heated up. And you do want to, in that case, not to have too many windows, but that also means that you will need some lighting, because if you're shielded from the sun, that means that you might be in the dark in that base. So that's also something that is important to, you know, think about. All right. I actually am pretty happy with what the resources I have at the moment. I don't need much more. So now I will be starting to seal those up. So I'm gonna take the iron sheets in my hand, and I'm gonna be taking the welding torch. So the outer ones, which are before these two big pillars, I'm gonna only do once so that I can walk on them. So if you weld them once, they're basically solid to walk on. If you weld them twice, that means that they're airtight. So this one I'm gonna make airtight, and everything else inside I'm gonna make airtight. The right one I have not made airtight because I need to pull the structural cabling through there, which means, you know, electricity, pipes and other things. So that's the reason why I didn't make it, you know, fully airtight. Okay, clearly I'll need to do a little bit more fixing up in terms of the soil that's covering our floor, but that's a problem to fix later on. Right. Okay, so with that being said, the base is made, and now I want to be placing various components. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna be placing now, let me just see, we should be going with iron frames. So let's see, initially I'm gonna go with a lot of windows, because I know I will be expanding my base outwards. I know I just told you not to build with too many windows. Well, if it's a starter and if it's on moon, it will be fine. So what I'm gonna do, hold on, actually the first frame I'm not gonna make a window, I think. Let's place it like a regular frame. So the first frame will be wall, and then the rest will be windows. Yeah, that's the way I'm gonna build it. So we will still need the light a little bit, and let's put the windows above. Here we're gonna be putting the real frame, I hope. Okay, another window, no, actually I would rather have these frames here regular, so no windows. Sorry. As you know, it's always race against time, but then again, I'm not showing it very well, am I? Okay, now let's place this down. So windows, left, windows. So almost this area of 2 times 3, a total of 6 frames, will sort of be my windowed area, while this one will be iron wall. Okay, so now let's put it upwards. This will be an iron wall, and the rest iron wall. All right, and then we have to have window, window above, window besides, windows everywhere. There we go, and the final window. Okay, so that covers our entry point and our, you know, binding and all that stuff. So now I'm gonna be sealing those up. Constructing everything, making sure that we do place the panels. So as you can see, it's immediately getting darker the moment you actually place those things. So let's place these things. Yeah, 1, come on, 2, frame, 3, and I'm just now placing iron sheets. Note, it's not yet windows. You have to put glass sheets to make it, you know, airtight. There we go, come on. There we go. 2 more, 1, 2, and I think I've missed the one in the middle. Time will tell. Yeah, I think I saw a glimpse now. This is the post-editing me. So now I'm thinking, okay, those are here. Now actually I can dump them, and then we need to be creating these places and also the door. The door will be really important in terms of getting things up. But let's first go upwards, and then we're going to be placing windows and everything else. Okay, so where are my glass sheets? There we go. Because then we can walk on stuff. So we're going to be placing you here. Why can't I place you? That's interesting. Okay, we're going to place you there. We're going to do you later. Okay, 1, 2. I think I'm missing an iron sheet here, which I've left down there. Okay, that would explain why I wasn't able to, you know, place it. Okay, never mind. Now, the next thing that I want to be placing while I'm already on the roof, I want to be placing the solar panel. And the solar panel is actually very good to be placed on one of those two pillars, and that's the reason, with the electricity plug pointing outwards. So if you go, yeah, place it outwards, and I will show why. Glass sheet, you want to be constructing the solar panel, and it's actually quite good that you have it like that. Should probably turn on my light because it's getting really dark there. Iron sheet, come on. Iron sheet. Where did I need to place iron sheet? Is it you? No. Now I've completely forgotten. Okay, glass sheet. Never mind. We're gonna go upwards and we're gonna be placing... Where was the iron sheet? I got confused. I'll probably gonna figure it out later. Maybe it was the middle area. That doesn't matter. Okay, we have once again gotten a glimpse of light, but let's start installing our electricity. Because electricity is really important to get right from the get-go. Also, I'm going to be taking the portable gas tank while I still haven't installed the door, because it's easier to get inside. And I'm going to be taking one of these big crates, the one that I need the most, with the piping and all that stuff. I think that's the one. Yep, that's the one. All right. Correct. Illuminated construction supplies and everything. Close the door. Sorry, close the box. Demount it and then pick it up and bring it inside. Then over the course of the night, or if we close everything, it will be easier just to export everything. Come on, construction supplies, I want to get them inside, please. There we go. Okay. Oh, and it sticks outside. Okay, that means that I haven't yet used the... Can I get out? Yeah, I forgot to put the windows. Oh, right. Now I remember what I wanted to do with those. Okay, from this one, I think I'm gonna take the locker, because the locker I need, and I'm gonna take one more water bottle and one more food, tomato soup, just to make sure that I have provisions. And from this one, I think I'm gonna take one battery, because an additional battery to be on the charger might be very useful to have. We can always pick it up later, but then again, I'm trying to optimize things that I do the quickest that possible. Now, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to place battery here, and I'm going to place some of the things that I don't need, like auto lathe, power controller, locker. Oops, it flew out. Yeah, well, what can you do? Let's just close the windows first. So, close the window, will ya? Close the window. Making sure that we actually make this area airtight, because our water is dropping and soon enough we will need to refuel, or, you know. Now let's see, what do we have here? Now we should be taking care of the electricity. So I want to be putting the power controller on this side, because we want to get our electricity running. First, I'm going to be taking the power cable, which I'm going to be connecting from the solar panel. Come on. Can you connect, please? There you go. And this way, yes. So the reason why I'm dragging it this way, because I want to plant the power distributor, or APU, I think, power controller, on this hand side. So let's see, what do we do? Power, where is the controller? There we go, place it. Now, which way side is correct? I think I should rotate it 90 degrees, probably, like this. Yeah, let's try it out. Okay, that looks actually much better. I mean, with these wireframes, it's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. Okay, now let's place the power cable and connect this one until the sun comes out, because I want to be sucking every watt of that energy that it comes. Right, so that being said, let's place the cables inside. Open this with a crowbar. You need a crowbar to open it, and then we're going to be placing the large battery there, because this is actually also acts as a charger and the power distributor. So now let's find that battery. I think the battery is in the box that's in the craft, to be honest. Tables, yeah, I think it's in the craft. So let's go pick it up there. I think the battery is located in this crate. Let me just double check. Yeah, there's the battery. Pick up the battery cell large and just shove it here inside, flip the switch, and bam! Bam, bada boom, we are good to go. Now, the next thing that we need to set up is the door, and we also need to set up the production, because we will be running out of the sheets and frames and stuff, so we cannot expand our base without it. So what I'm actually doing now, I'm gonna be placing the wires going here, and here I want to be placing my arc furnace. So arc furnace should be always going outside, never in your pressurized environment, because it produces the, you know, waste gases and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be placing it right about now, because I want it to start smelting the materials that we have picked up. And, oh, did I place it backwards? Yeah, apparently so. Okay, never mind. What we're going to do, we're going to be placing the, we're going to correct it. I need the arc furnace and... yeah, here we go, like that. Okay, this is the entry point. Good. So now let us take our minerals and let's start smelting them. Right, that's good. And also then power electricity wise, we should be connecting the electricity through this. So this is the reason why I never fully completed this frame. As you can tell now, I can actually just take the cable coil and I'm gonna be conducting it through this frame onwards. Let me just rotate it in the right direction. That's it. And come on, hit it. So now I need it to fork. This one will be providing power going inside to the inside of the base and also to this area where I'm standing, which is actually going to be the airlock. So this is going to be placed here. And now the cable should be continuing before we weld things up royally. So yeah, there we go. There's one cable coming in and there's another cable, because you don't want to be deconstructing this later. Always there are techniques how you can do it, and I'm going to show you later in the guide. But for the time being, let's prepare everything as much as we can, because these crucial moments are really kind of important. Now, having said that, there's the kit door, and we would like to be placing the door with the connectors inside towards the airlock. That's one, and the second one should be rotated 90 degrees, and they're back. Perfect. So now let's go into the door assembly. For assembling the door and this iron frame, we're going to be placing autolathe as well. Autolathe is going to be here, but I do want it slanted a little bit, and here. Somewhere along these lines. Good. All right. Probably should be moving the box a little bit further out. Good. Now let's assemble it. For connecting the autolathe, you need two steel sheets. Two steel sheets and a welder. Autolathe is important because for constructing the airlock, we are going to need a passive vent. Passive vent is only produced by the hydraulic pipe bender, and the hydraulic pipe bender is produced by autolathe. So it's a whole, chain reaction to get this thing where you need it to be. So now we're doing with the plastic sheets, and then we need a screwdriver, and that will be assembled autolathe. Good. With that thing being said, now we should connect the power. So there is a power cable going here, and then we're going to be placing it here. Good. So autolathe should now be powered properly, right? Right. Okay, and on the opposite side, we're going to be making a hydraulic pipe bender, and later on the electronics printer, obviously. But I think the next priority should be assembling this cube and assembling the door. But before we assemble the door, we might as well be taking out this crate. Crates are really hard to get out through the door once it's pressurized. So I'm almost feeling it might be a good idea to get this crate out of the door and put everything in a locker or something. Do I have a crate locker? Maybe I do. Okay, let's see now. Consoles, pipe. Yeah, we have the pipe. One more thing that I wanted was here to create the pipe for the airlock. Here I need to put in the piping. I was thinking to put it on this side, but I think it will be blocked by the solar panel. Solar panel will not allow it. So far it allows me, but if I place it like now, yeah, it won't allow me to connect it this way. Yeah, because it's beneath the solar panel. Okay, gotcha. That means that we should probably remove this thing, and we're gonna place it on the other cube. Sometimes those things happen and you have to account for it. Now, let's see, if we place this, but I think if I place the pipe first, the solar panel would go over it, for some reason. It's about the sequence of building, I guess. Okay, and the second one is gonna be like that, because we will need to be sucking our air out of the main area and sucking it into this cubicle. Right. Okay, having said that, let's connect these two. That will be for the flow of air or atmosphere. That's just a preparation for the airlock, guys. We're not constructing the airlock as of now. What we are constructing is we're gonna be wrapping up this cubicle, and then we're gonna be getting this thing out of the door. Having said that, now let's put the wrench. I need the welder, and I need to be constructing the door frame. Okay, let's go. Glass door, another glass door. There we go. And then we're gonna be doing we need a crowbar and we need the glass panels. Crowbar, glass panels, let's assemble these. Number 1, great. Number 2, and also make sure that it's open, guys. It's really important to have these doors open. There we go, beautiful. When we connect the electricity, you will be able to do this, you know, via the switch. You won't need a crowbar anymore. So now we're gonna be welding this cubicle. Okay. And apparently I've noticed all of the air atmosphere going out right here, which means we have forgotten to construct this iron frame, or actually this iron window. So that means we should be first doing the iron window, and there we go. Alright, that actually looks cool. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be connecting and wiring up these so that we can actually use electricity to open and close the doors. So, having said that, we're gonna point this way. We're gonna be placing this way. It's a lot of preparations for building an airlock and setting up the base to be functional. I mean, you could do this one thing at a time, but I'm kind of in a rush mode because I like to do a lot, as much as I can, as early as I can. Good. And here we would want to have a light, ultimately. But I don't think I have started smelting things yet, so maybe I should be doing that first. Right. Now let's swap the belts, and let me place... First, I think I'll need the iron, because iron is the most crucial of the resources to be here, and it's actually smelted quite quickly. So while the smelter is actually smelting those, I'm gonna pick up all of the other resources out of the mining belt so that I can store it. And while this is being smelted, I can take a look if there's anything else I need. Handheld tablets, I don't think so. Maybe additional... I'm trying to find the battery charger, and I think it might be in that other crate. I'm always lost where my stuff is. Tables, yeah, I think it's in that other crate. What do you have here? Oh, this is only for, you know, farming stuff. Okay, fair enough. Solid generator, I don't need anything just yet. Oh, you're finished with this. Good. That means we're gonna give you now some gold, because gold is also kind of important for constructing a hydraulic pipe bender, because that's the next order du jour. Right, having said that, we're gonna be sticking you inside, Sunny, and we want to be producing a couple more iron plates. This thing is gonna be done pretty soon, because I would like to construct my, you know, hydraulic pipe bender as quickly as possible. It's really important that we get it done up there. Alright, so now the gold has melted, and I think I'm gonna be sticking in the copper. That's the last piece which we need for the hydraulic pipe bender, and once that is done, we can actually start producing. Look how nice the lighting looks. And for this area is in the dark, so hopefully there won't be too warm inside of the shelter. Having said that, let us construct quickly a cupboard somewhere around there. Let me just move this thing a little bit. Hold on. Can I get the water bottle out here? And let's move the construction supplies a little bit. And then we're going to be putting the locker where we're going to just dump everything inside. So locker. Oh, oopsie, wrong side. As I told you, there has been a while since I last played this game. So, yep, I'm a little rusty. Please do refresh my memory in the comments below with tips and tricks. So let's see. Okay, now it's good. So now we're just gonna be dumping all of the stuff that we can inside as quickly as we can. So everything that we can, just dump it inside, because then we have, you know, really am a big sucker for everything have its own place and being in nice order. After all, I'm rushing to do all these things before I pressurize the environment for the first time, because once you do, if you don't have everything you need to build a fully functional airlock, you will be wasting your air, and that's something I obviously do not want to do. Okay, close it out and just jam it outside. Oh wait, there's more. Hold on. Consoles, yeah, we're gonna be just placing those there. Alrighty then. There we go. Alright, that looks good to me. Close it up and let's take it outside. There we go. Fling it away. We don't need you, son, anymore. Thank you much for the service. Right. Okay, now we're gonna be placing this one and we're gonna be starting. Let's actually put in the silicone. That's the final piece of the puzzle that needs to be solved. And we're gonna be going inside. Wait a second. Now, I'm missing a light, ain't I? Should I be replacing the battery? Maybe area power control. Yeah, we are at 50%. Let's swap these out. I mean, currently I'm using more my suit battery than I'm using others, and also there will be a tiny refresh or recharge towards that battery, so once this stops working. Okay, so I'm gonna actually stop the arc furnace because I don't need it to smelt everything, but I do need a little bit of silicone right now for the light. Care to stop, please? 10 grams of silicone. Can you please stop? Alright, let us just crank this inside. Let's use this opportunity to create the hydraulic pipe bender then. Hydraulic pipe bender. This one takes quite a lot to be built, so this is gonna be taking some time. So by the time the smelter has finished smelting, sorry, the arc furnace has finished smelting, we will hopefully be finished with everything else as well. Okay, it's done. Wonderful. Turn it off, and then we're gonna be shoving this final piece of silicone inside, and that will help us also create a light. Nice. Alright, so at this point, while this is being created, you could go ultimately and mine some more. I'm not gonna be doing that because I want to be closing the glass door because our water is really low. So I'm gonna start pressuring this environment, and then we'll need to be drinking the water. So I've opened up this portal gas canister, and with 90 kilopascals, I'm gonna charge the external up. If you look at the bottom right corner next to my portrait, the external pressure is rising. I'm hoping to get it to a 40-ish kilopascal, and that's when I'm gonna close everything and it will be fine. That means that I will be able to breathe. Maybe not very well, but I will be able to breathe. So let's say 44, 45, close it up, and I think it's good. Fine. Now we're gonna be opening up our helmet, and did you hear? But by the way, the atmosphere came, and we can already hear the autolathe working because the sound does propagate in the air, but in vacuum of space there is nothing that could propagate the sound. So we open the helmet, and now we're gonna be drinking some water with 9% to spare. So far so good. Our progress has been pretty good, so we are able to hydrate. Now the next thing that we'll need to be paying attention is the food and the oxygen, obviously. So soon enough this will get built, and soon enough we will have a full-on working environment. So as you see, a lot of air escaped here, and here we should be thinking about building the airlock. But I'm going to be placing a charger here first. I was thinking placing it like this, but I would like it to have it next to my console. So if I think about it like here-ish, that would mean that here I could have my battery charger. Yeah, why not? We have 15 more cable coils, so I'm going to be connecting it where? Down, and then curve. There you go, and another straight, and good, we're connected, right? Perfect. Alright, so that means that this battery charger is okay, and I can place the battery in the wall, because after all, it's handy to have a batteries ready to be charged. Right now they're being charged, but there is no reason for them to be charged because they're full, but it's a good place to keep them. so you don't forget. How much more? Soon enough the auto lathe will be finished and we will be able to start constructing, and we have 13 cable in total. That's good. So let's start placing here the hydraulic pipe bender. We're going to be placing it in the same place as we did with the auto lathe, so right about there. All right. Now this will be a little bit trickier because now our tool, welding tool, is gonna increase the temperature of the environment, which is not something that I wanted, but it's something that I need to do. Only 2 iron sheets, last 2. Good thing I kept them. So see, I'm really economic that part. Okay, now we need 4 cable coil. Look how much the environment got heated up just by using it for a couple of seconds. So that's what I'm telling you guys, you have to be really careful when you're using the welder, when you are indoors. Briefly plug it and turn it off. Look at this, the temperature went to 35 degrees Celsius almost instantaneously. Yeah, all right. Now we no longer need it, so it's not a big deal anymore, but yeah, all in all, now I need a screwdriver and I need to be able to connect this. So there we go. Pipe bender is ready, and the moment when we construct the pipe bender, the next order of business would be the, the passive vent and obviously an airlock, because then we can start going inside and outside. You have noticed that I haven't gone inside or outside yet because I don't want to vent the atmosphere. So I'm creating a couple more cable coils, and that's the reason why we mined the copper and all the other materials in the first place. Because it's kind of important, you have to think about that. Because if you don't, well, then you are in trouble. Alright, having said that, we have a couple of cable coils. I think 1 or 2 more should suffice. Now let's connect the hydraulic pipe bender over here. The reason why I'm always having the wire cutters in the other hand, because then you can splice the cable and just connect it as you would really want to have it. So there we go. Now I need the cross one. So that's like 4. Yeah, that way. And then I'll need this guy. Yep. And then this guy. And then going towards the other wall, there will be a place where we will have an active vent for our airlock. And that active vent is going to be placed upwards where we already prepared the pipe. I think I'll need probably 1 more cable coil. But once we're done that, then we have a place where to put the active vent for our future airlock. Yeah, okay. There we go. Beautiful. 1 more cable coil. Good. We're good. Maybe I should build 1 more just to have it. You never know. Alright. Now, the next thing that I actually built a few more because I wanted to create a light. So let's see, can we create a light? Kit light. Because we are currently using a lot of our batteries, and the batteries that are in our suit, so this light is consuming a lot of power from our suit, and that makes our life support a bit trickier. So if I can create a separate light, this room would be well lit, so my suit wouldn't need to work as hard. So okay, here we put 1 cable straight, and that's the place where we want to put this, and then we're gonna be creating like this, upwards, 2, 3, and then we place the light on top, and then we turn on the light. Look, I no longer have to use my own light, and everything is well lit. Beautiful, right? Yeah, I'm telling you, this is actually now a perfect setup. So all in all, I'm pretty happy the way with this turned out. I'm gonna cut it here, guys. Like if you like the episode and if you think I deserve it. Subscribe for more upcoming, Stationeers Let's Play / tutorial. And I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. This is Groundworks signing off from this Stationeers moon base.